Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay, and this is video number 8 of our video series where we are going over two most important topics of SQL, which are store procedures and joins using e-commerce database example. So let's move ahead. So in this video we are going to look into left join scenarios. Right. So what do we need to work on this video? We will be creating two store procedure. First one, get the customers who has never made any order, and second would be product that was never ordered, right? So we'll work on these two store procedures. So let's start with the first one, right? Let me just keep this over here. So get customers who has never made any order. So basically here we need to involve two tables, customer and custom and order header table. Let me take this all over here. Let me make it over here. But here primarily we need two tables, customer and customer order and order header, because order header will have order IDs, customer will have all the customers, and ideally order header table will have those customers who has made at least one order in the history, right? Now we want to list out those customer who has not placed any order so far. So business scenario would be, anyone from the marketing team or sales team can look into this list of customers. They can email them or call them or SMS them the promotional offers, can provide more discounts to convert them into the actual customer. So basically these are the customer, those who has signed up on a portal, on a website, but not placed any order, right? So let's try to cover this scenario. So what we will be doing, we will say create procedure dbo dot usp, and let's say get customer with no order, right? Something like this, right? And then we don't have any parameter for this, right? We will not have, so we will not have the uh, parameters portion over here, right? So we'll just say get customer with, so primarily first thing, where do we have all the customer information? In this table, right? So first take this as this, we'll take the customer table. And so what we will be doing, let's say select tab, I will say ID, name, email, mobile, and address, right? And let me take is active also, just to demonstrate, you know is active, because we will be bringing only active users only, right? So here we say from where is active is equal to 1, right? Address, mobile, what do we have? It should be address, a double d actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and create this at this first, so we have, and let's run this. So we are just simply bringing all the customer data, right? Those are active, right? So these are good. Now we want only those customer who has not placed any order, and those are active but not placed any order, right? So what do we need to do over here? We'll have to connect this with, we are using left outer join over here, right? With the table customer order header, because customer and their order details, they lie in this table, right? And as I said, once we once we work on join, make sure you give them the alias names, right? So let me quickly cs dot, this should be oh on, I would say cs dot id is equal to oh dot customer id, right? Now let me alter this store procedure, right? Store procedure got altered. Let me run this, right? So we have now, one customer might have made many orders, that's why we are seeing these duplicate records, right? And let me remove this as of now, because we have inactive customers, who does not have any order actually. So just let me go ahead and run this. Right, so we have few customers, we have all the customers, sorry, over here, right? And let me list actually oh customer id also. Let's run this. Right, so look at the result now. So wherever we have, a customer with any order, so this particular column customer id will have value. For example, over here, this is the customer one's order, these are customer two, these are customer three, these are four, five, and these are customer six. Sorry, yeah, no. So these are the customer, basically customers with the null, that indicates that this customers has never made any order, right? So what do we need to do? We will just simply, let me put this also, because we should get at least one record of this person, Anjali Nair, let's say. And and what do we need to do? We'll have to add a condition that is null, so we get only the customer who has never made any order. Let me see. Right, so yeah, got it. So we got only Anjali Nair, right? Because customer ID in the order header table is null. So this is the example of left outer join. Right. We can convert this same example using right outer join also. Right. But in that case, we'll have to reverse the table positions. Right. So let me take this over here and let me take this over here. And remaining will be the same. So let me go ahead and run this. This should ideally result in the same result, right? We have only one guy who has not made any order so far, right? So let me make it left outer join only, or maybe we can keep this, right? Not a problem. So this list, marketing team or sales team can use it for their further analysis and send promotional emails, messages, or contact maybe sometime, right? If you are an insurance guy, we often get call from insurance person, right? So this is an example of a stored procedure that uses left after join, right? Now let's work on the second one, product that was never ordered, right? So let me just copy the structure of this stored procedure. I'll say create, and I missed to add no count on in the previous one, but here we will do. Set no count on, right? And here we'll get customer no, get products never ordered, right? So basically we have the product, but they were never ordered, right? So let me remove this entire thing, and this time we need to involve order item table and product table, right? Because now, before you start working on query, you should be aware of what information you have where, right? So we have product over here, right? We have order item over here. So if in order item we have product id, so these products were ordered once or twice or maybe multiple time at least in the entire e-commerce website cycle, right? So someone has ordered one or the other product. The products which are here but not here, was not part of any order, that means that product was never sold. So let's do that. Perhaps we won't have any product like that, but let me work on the query first and then we'll add the data, right? So first what we'll be doing, similar way, we'll do the similar way. First just list down that what do we have in product table. So we'll take the product table, let me make it pd. This time I'll just start writing. Let me say id comma product name comma product category. Let me make it multi-line actually. Category, comma, price, comma, discount PCT, comma, is active, right? Okay, so and let me do this in one go by pressing Alter key. Right, so this is what the first thing we are getting all the products. Let me just go ahead and let me add the where condition also. Where is active is equal to 1, right? So product are there available on the portal website, econs website, but they were never ordered, right? So let's go ahead and run this. Currently this will give us every product because we have simply written query to get all the product details from single table product only, right? Now what we'll be doing, we'll be using left outer join. Here we need to join order item table because order item table has the product ID in it. We'll make it OI on pd.id product tables ID column, right, should be equal to OI dot product ID, right? This is the one thing. And let me bring OI dot product ID, right? So let's, there's an already, okay, great. We'll have to write alter over here. So store procedure got compiled. Let me go ahead and execute it. So we have lot of products, and now we have, basically these are all the products which were one or the other time they were ordered, right? Now if we go bottom, so we have few who has, product ID as null, so basically they don't exist in order item table at all, which these three product ID, they were never part of any order, right? So now similar way, what do we need to do? Where here we will also have to write pd dot actually, and we'll say and OI dot product ID is null, right? So this will give us only those products which were never ordered. So let me go ahead and run this, right? So we have, these are the product list which were never ordered because they don't exist in the order item table, right? Now there is one more thing I want to go over is, rather than using joins, we could have easily achieved this using not in query also. So let me bring that query quickly, for you. And I have that query. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Still finding. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. So I had the query for customer. We can similarly make it for product also, right? So what I am doing over here, select star from customer, see where c dot id not in, because this would ideally give us, all the customer who has placed order, right? And anything who is not over here, that guy has not placed the order. So that we have used not in query, right? So let's run this. This would have resulted the same, right? Now we have not added the is active over here. If we add is active, then it will only result in this one row. A similar way, let me do this for products. Product, and this should be order item, and this should be product ID. And then we have the same, these three products which were never ordered, right? So this looks quite easy, not in and inquiries, but try to avoid not in and inquiry, right? The reason behind, if the result set within the not in or inquiry is too large, then there will be a performance issue, right? Also from a coding perspective, these are kind of a person who has very good knowledge of SQL can definitely read this, there is no issue, but such queries, with left after join or join are more readable actually, right? So use not in and in only where that the result set inside of the inquiry, that is very low, right? Or that is very low in numbers. Basically, if you have only 10 to 15 records, go for in or not in query. Otherwise, use joins, right? So these were the two example I wanted to go over, and these are the example that can be used by either admin team or help desk, or they can see it on their dashboard or something like this, right? So these are the example of the kind of reports, maybe, or summary reports or something like that. The team can, inventory team or sales team or admin team can look into it, and based on that they'll take the further action. And these are the example of stored procedure that involves left after join, right? So that's it in this video. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next video.